All right, now we have with us Leena Aziz, sports expert from Islamabad. Leena, thank you very much for your time. Now, Leena, tell us, Pakistan's representation in the Tokyo Olympics was extremely low. Is this because of the declining interest in sports or lack of the ability of the players to perform?
I think it's a mixture of a lot of things. I think the authorities who should be taking a lot of interest, they're not taking any interest. The Olympic Federation, the Hockey Federation, the Weightlifting Federation, all these federations, they're not making the athletes strong. They're not giving the athletes enough money, facilities, coaching facilities, infrastructure to make them strong or to prepare them in the right way. All this is not being done. If the athlete is going to be worrying about, oh, how am I going to pay my rent tomorrow? If I have enough money in my pocket, do I have 5,000 rupees in my account? The athlete's never going to perform. In the rest of the world, the athlete now is becoming very, very strong financially. Once they are strong financially and they're given the right coaching facilities, the training facilities, the infrastructure, then you can expect them to perform. Here in Pakistan, we only sort of get awakened from a slumber, deep slumber, when someone goes to 5th position in the Olympics itself. What about the previous 4 years when we should be training the athletes, should be working closely with them, should be giving them the right coaching, they should be making them financially strong? What about central contracts? What about making a league to sort of promote sports or look for athletes at the grassroots level? Nothing of that sort of is being done. So then obviously we suffer. And I also feel that the administration or the administrator is more strong than the athlete. It should be in reverse order. The athlete, the player, the performer should be number one, and everyone should be down the line. Here, it's opposite. It goes in the opposite direction.
Right, Leena, as you said, not many sports in Pakistan are being focused. Just if we talk about cricket, we have the Pakistan Super League, and now we have the Kashmir Premier League. But not the government or the institutions or the organizations are concentrating on different sports activities. Why is that?
Yeah, because we're just not, we work in a very haphazard way. We don't work in an organized fashion. There is a lot of corruption. If you talk about the football federation, the FIFA was about to ban or probably has banned our football, our PHF here in Pakistan. So look at how it functions. It is just deplorable. There is not enough money is pumped. Not enough leagues are, being played. If you look at our neighbors, they have a kabaddi league, they have a badminton league, they have a football league, they have a cricket league. What leagues do we have? We only have cricket leagues. Then there are no central contracts for the players except cricket. We need to have central contracts for all the sports, make them financially strong, then give them training, hire the right coaches, pump money into it. And if you talk to any sports board official or anyone from the government, they say, yes, we are working on a plan. They will carry a file just because there has been a debacle and we haven't done well in Olympics. That file will also disappear in 2-3 weeks, and whatever money will be given to these federations, it will never be used on the player or the infrastructure or coaching or facilities. It will probably go into the pockets of these corrupt officials, and that is why the sports are not flourishing, except cricket. I don't know how that's flourishing also. That's pretty corrupt in its own way, but at least it has its own infrastructure. But I see that going down the drain also, because it's not functioning in a proper way. So as a nation, the government has to be stricter. It has to take more interest. It has to hire the right people to make better plans. and then work on those plans. And those people shouldn't be Pakistanis. Those people who should make plans should be hired from abroad also, experts.
Right, Leena. Now, also tell us let's talk about the Olympic Association of Pakistan, which has recently also been facing a lot of criticism. Do you find it justifiable?
Well, yeah, because, it hasn't done well. Pakistan hasn't won a medal since 1992. Before that, we always used to win medals in hockey, weightlifting, rowing, yachting, all these sports. At least these four sports, I remember that Pakistan used to always win medals, and then one or two in wrestling, or maybe one or two in boxing here and there. But since 1992, we haven't won anything. So there needs to be, someone needs to, do a deep inspection of this scenario, and then whatever is wrong, if heads need to roll, then heads must roll. And if new people need to be brought in, experts should be brought in. If foreign help is needed, foreign help should be taken. So, it is not people would do programs for these 1 or 2 weeks about Olympics, and once the Olympic is finished, we'll all start concentration. The concentration would go on cricket again, and poor hockey, which is our national sport, will keep suffering. Not just also hockey, but other sports that we talked about, weightlifting, football, athletics, yachting, rowing, all the other sports, boxing and wrestling, all these sports need to be focused upon, but there should be no committees. Committees are just ego wars. People will be in a committee and nothing good will ever come out of a committee. So if you want to improve sports, just hire sincere people. Also pay them the right money. Hire people from abroad. Let them make plans. And then for the next 4 years, those plans need to be worked on.
So you're talking about hiring professionals from abroad. Do you not think that we already have professionals in the organizations who have been leading from the past 17 years?
If we had professionals, we wouldn't be in this bad state. We wouldn't be in this deplorable state. We wouldn't be in this bad state. We wouldn't be talking to each other about what's been happening. If we had professionals who were sincere, we would be counting medals right now.
Right, Leena, lastly, I want to ask you, keeping in view the support or the lack of it by relevant institutions, how would you rate the performance of the Pakistani athletes at the Tokyo Games?
Well, whatever we've done, we've done well in weightlifting, javelin throw and all these things. These are just nothing to do with any of Pakistani institution. These people, these athletes have done all this individually. They deserve a lot of credit. And imagine if they had support, proper support. And imagine if there were well-paid individuals, well-paid athletes. They had their own house or bank balance, their own car, which is the way the rest of the world works. These footballers, athletes, they're very rich. Here, you hear that, this one is driving a taxi, this athlete, or he sold his gold medal to, survive. All these things, they need to be given central contracts. Leagues need to be established. They need to be given money. Private sector needs to be involved. The events need to be telecasted, and heads need to roll. Whoever's not performing needs to step down, and someone new needs to come and give it a more sincere try.
Well, now you, me, and the rest of Pakistan can only hope for the betterment of the entire sports in Pakistan. Thank you very much, Leena Aziz, sports expert, joining us from Islamabad. Thank you very much for talking to Indus News.